Wake up, people. We've lost daylight and we have to do something about it. Basically, when I was thinking of this week's video, and obviously the clocks just turned back, so that has been a lot on everyone's mind, and the sun sets at like 5:30 and it's only gonna get earlier. And I keep feeling like in my soul, I'm like, oh, the days are shorter. I'm feeling so much lazier. I have no motivation. I thought, what better way to show my productive night routine that helps to beat some of these seasonal depression, winter blues, fall blues, however you kind of feel about this, because there is something so special about this season as well. And I don't want to look at a whole period of time and think of it negatively. And instead, how do I reframe that to think, what is so cozy about this? What are the benefits of having less daylight, and how I kind of take my approach to making the best out of this season that might not initially spark me as my favorite thing ever. So I wanted to go into some of my habits or tips or motivational things, basically that night routine for making you feel really good in this season and as we gear up for the holidays and kind of just feeling like your best self. So the first thing is obviously that like getting home from work feeling. I work from home, so I try to like do less work things past that like 5 o'clock time, but you know, that kind of varies. So whenever this starts for you, the sun literally goes down in a half an hour. So I spend this like end of work time as kind of my clocking out. So I'll show you my first thing, but it's basically getting any last emails, my to-do list, and kind of formulating all of that so that I can feel like I'm signing off on a productive note. This first step is what I like to call my clocking out, and whether you're coming back from the office or you work from home, it's really taking this time at the end of the day to be intentional about anything that's weighing on the back of your mind and causing you any type of anxiety. So whether it's buying a gift off of a registry you forgot, an RSVP, responding to plans that you've just been putting off, whatever those things are, when you just write them down and you take that 10 to 15 minutes to really get it out of your brain and onto paper, it's going to help you move into your night and your next morning with so much peace. Now that I've kind of finished up those things, I would say on a good day, I don't do any more work, but on a lot of days, I still end up doing things here and there, but it's so nice to get those like done and out of the way. And I remember that being like this huge epiphany for me of being like, oh, if I take 15 minutes to do all those little tedious things that I don't like to do, it makes my next day feel so much better. So I kind of try to get that aside. And then this is a very tough one for me because when the sun goes down, all I want to do is curl up onto the couch and rot. But if I can get myself to do any type of activity, so if that's going on a walk with a friend, booking a workout class, anything of just moving a little bit at night, it makes me feel so good. So most nights that kind of involves like pickleball or going on a walk. But I think tonight I'm just going to do a little yoga stretching video because I am very sore from my morning workout. I'm definitely guilty of when it is not nice weather outside, I decide that I'm going to go rot on the couch and that's it. And I will tell you, when I put up a little stretching yoga video on YouTube or a little at-home workout, the hardest thing is literally setting it up. So once you do, and if you put on your little workout set and you go in your living room or on your bedroom floor, I promise it will make you feel so much better. So prioritizing this or a walk outside, even if it's chilly and bundling up, any of those things improve your mental health. And I feel like we hear about them so often, but it really is true. Moving your body is so good for you, not only physically, but mentally as well. So learning how to prioritize these, even in our cold, chilly, and shorter day months, is so important. We grabbed dinner with our friends, so I don't have clips of dinner, but just feeling your body in any way is going to be so beneficial. But my biggest tip for this next one is my cleanup or night shift. And starting to do the dishes right after we make food is such a game changer because I never want to do the dishes. I never want to clean the kitchen. So if I just make it a non-negotiable to do right after, then I don't allow it to like hang over my head for the rest of the night. And with that, it's loading the dishwasher, cleaning the counters, and then even going in and taking your night shift to some little tedious tasks that you might put off to the morning, like putting your dirty laundry away and picking up or fluffing the couch cushions. But all of these are going to be such a pivotal part in clearing your brain so that you can have your best night's sleep and wake up feeling energized for the next day. I'll be the first to say it. I think baths are so slept on, but this next part of the night is what I call my unwind and recharge. So this could be your everything shower and just getting clean. Obviously, I don't do an everything shower all the time. So on some of my in-between days, I like to take this time to unwind, relax, and take a bath. I actually didn't know this, but Epsom salts and magnesium bubble bath and all of those things are so beneficial to getting your mind and your body just feeling the best that's possible. And especially with my sore muscles, this felt so good. This night I had some time to make it extra cozy, so I did a face mask, got my bath mat out and my little Kindle that I take in the bath, and really took the time to making it feel great. I even lit one of these new little candles. It is one that is a non-toxic soy one because I haven't been a candle girl lately, but the lamp and the candle and everything with the ambiance was just giving exactly what I needed to unwind after a long day. And this is definitely something that I only do in these shorter day months, is taking baths. I don't know why. I just stop in the summer and I make it a special treat for in these fall and winter months, and it makes it so special. Also, getting a massive cup of ice water is so good for a bath because I always overheat, so then I chug so much water and it's just a double whammy. I'm relaxing and I'm getting hydrated, so that is amazing. And then I try to leave my phone away from me so I can't be just scrolling while I'm in the bathtub, and I either focus on just being alone with my thoughts or reading my book. I don't make the rules, but tea equals fall and winter time, and it will give you the coziest vibes ever. This next section is what I call my health and wellness or tea and supplements time. I like to use raspberry leaf tea if I'm on my period or it's that time of month. And then I do spearmint for hormonal acne. I have some other ones in there. You can look up a lot of things that tea will help you with, lemon and ginger for detoxing. But I went with spearmint tonight because some acne is getting a little out of hand. So I like to just kind of reset with that. But while I wait for my tea to boil and steep, I'm going to go up and pick out my PJs to get cozy and do my skincare. I cannot beat the allegations that I'm a matching set PJ girly. I have so many sets that I just feel like they make me excited to put them on for the night. So we went with that set. And then my skincare, I've been using a lot of the Caudalie products. They've really helped with moisturizing my skin in these months. And I definitely lean into those high moisture and hydration products at this time. But I've used plenty of drugstore ones, and there's no right or wrong way to do a skincare routine. Even if it's literally sprinkling your face with water, I think this just sets the tone for you being intentional and taking this time to take care of yourself. And usually during my skincare time is when I take my omega supplements. I do probiotics in the morning and then try to take some other ones at night. But I've been kind of on the journey of figuring out what supplements are best for me to be taking and for my body. So this is the time that I do those. This next segment is my absolute favorite, and some might call this rotting or just some junk time, but I'm going to call this self-enrichment. And it's turning on a cozy show that makes me happy. So right now that's either Love is Blind or Gilmore Girls, which I've been trying to finish and have not finished yet, and then drinking my tea and scrolling on Pinterest. Pinterest is that social media that is so good for my mental health. I am convinced. It is so inspiring. I love looking through all of the cute quotes that make me want to be inspired or doodle or draw, or even just looking up fun, cute outfits. But this is my self-enrichment time, and I feel like it's a little treat after doing some of the harder things like cleaning up and being productive. You get to just sit here, relax, and enjoy your night. And most of the time this is spent with Josh as well, but this was a little solo night for me, and it felt so good. When I'm finished up with that, usually around 9 o'clock, I follow that same mindset of never let something stress you out that's only going to take you 1 minute. So turning off all of those cozy lights that made it feel good, folding the blankets, and not just leaving everything in a rumpled mess, because I know I'll thank myself in the morning. And then I head up to bed. Like I said, most of the time this is with Josh, but he was getting back a little later tonight. So I kind of had this time to myself to get all cozy in my bed and pull out my reading and journaling stuff. And my final tip of the night is one that I feel like we hear all the time, but it is really trying to get off of screens or your phone about an hour before bedtime. There's been so many studies that show that our brains just get all lit up, and when we don't take that time to kind of wind down, how that really does impact our sleep. So I know that I struggle with this, but I really try to be good when this time change happens, because that good quality sleep is what this cozy season feels like it should be all about. So some of the things that I like to do before bed when I'm in my good habits are journaling. And I've kept this journal from college. So it was funny though, I don't think I've written in it since 2022. So obviously I took a long break from it, but I used to get really down on myself if I took a break from journaling and then I just wouldn't pick it back up again. But with this one, it's been very as it goes, and even if time goes by, I'll just do that because journaling is good for your mental health. It's funny because it's like my whole night routine, but you haven't been here. It's like my night routine of a single woman, but...
My night routine included me bowling.
Yeah, your night routine was bowling
with the boys.
Anyway, journaling is one of those things that as much as time will go by and I won't do it, it always feels so refreshing when I pick it up again. Another thing is a self-help book. I am a downer on these usually, but this one is a book from, I'm pretty sure it's the 80s, and I got it thrifting. But it's just really good about giving you these daily affirmations. It kind of goes into the seasons as well. So this one talks about like winter and November and all of those as being this season where leaves die and leaves fall and nature takes this time to recharge, and kind of how that is the same thing for us, that we take this season and instead of seeing it as a negative, we can see it as like a positive thing of a season of recharging. And then obviously my Kindle, which just has my good little fiction books, and most often I'm going to be reading on here. But those are the things that I'm going to spend the rest of my night doing before going to bed. I try to get in bed at like 9 o'clock and then asleep by 10. That is like my optimal time to wake up feeling refreshed in the morning. The main goal of this whole night routine is being intentional. So whether you have a 22-step routine or you just do one simple thing of washing your face before you go to bed or being on your phone less, I hope this inspires you that the time change doesn't have to be seen as a negative thing. And we can go into this season just like the fall leaves, and that while it feels like one season is dying, there's something so beautiful about this recharge and refresh. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in next week's video.